In question 2, they're related to alcohols and the carboxylic acid, three characteristic of homologous series. So what are the three characters? The same question. They have a similar chemical properties. They have same functional group. And same method of preparation. Each member differ by CH2. So these are some properties of homologous series. So alcohols are there. Give the name of the third member. So the first member is methanol. The second member is ethanol. And the third member will be propanol. So the name of the third member will be propanol. Deduce a molecular formula of alcohol, which is having a molecular mass of 158. So how we can deduce, how we can work out the molecular formula for the alcohol, which has a molecular mass of 158. Look, we have a general formula for alcohol, CN H2N plus 1 OH. That's a general formula of alcohol. And the total mass in this example is 158, according to the question. So the mass of the carbon is 12. So we'll write 12N plus mass of hydrogen is 1. So we'll write 2N plus 1 plus mass of oxygen is 16 plus mass of hydrogen is 1. That is equals to 158. So this will be 14N because 12N plus 2N, 14N. And this will be 1 plus 16 plus 1. So makes 18. So 158. 18 is added, other side will be subtracted. So 14N is equals to 158 minus 18. That will make 140. So 14N is 140. N is equals to 140 divided by 14. So N is equals to 10. So it means the value of N is 10. So we have a general formula for alcohols like CN H2N plus 1 OH. So the value of N is 10. So we write C10 H20 plus, because 10 multiplied by 2, 20 plus 1 H21 OH. So this will be the formula for alcohol. So using a general formula, first we worked out, using the general formula, first we work out the value for N, and that from the value of the N, we worked out that what will be the molecular formula. Is it clear? Next, explain why the two alcohols are isomers. Why the two compounds are isomers? Because they have a same molecular formula. But different structures. So they have the same molecular formula and different structure. That's why we call them as isomers. In part C, this question based on the typical reaction of butane-1-ol. Butane-1-ol, when it passes over a catalyst, the water is lost. Deduce the name. So if the water is lost, means H2O is removed, or H and OH are removed. So if we remove H and OH, like if we remove OH from here and we remove one of the H from this one or from this one, actually from this one we remove. So if OH and H is being removed, then it will turn into CH3, CH2, CH double bond with CH2. So what it will turn into butene. And the formula of the product, whenever you draw the structure formula, you will draw all the displayed formula, you will show all the bonds and all the atoms. So whenever alkene, like alcohol, this is called a dehydration of alcohol. Alcohol turn into alkene when we remove the water molecule. Suggest the name of ester when butanol react with ethanoic acid. So what will the name of ester? As we know, whenever ester is formed, the first name is always from alcohol and the second name is from carboxylic acid. And the name of ester is dash YL dash NO8. So it will be butyl and ethanoic acid, so it will be ethanoate. So butyl ethanoate will be the ester. If butane 1-ol is oxidized in the presence of potassium manganate 7, so alcohol oxidized to carboxylic acid, what will the product? The product will be butanoic acid. And the structure of butanoic acid, but means 4 carbon. Because it's a carboxylic acid, so there will be C double bonded with O and OH. This will have 2 hydrogens. This will have 2 hydrogens. This will also have 3 hydrogens. So this will be the structure of butanoic acid. So whenever alcohols oxidize by potassium manganate 7, it will turn to carboxylic acid. In question 3, alcohol can be made by fermentation or from petroleum. Ethanol is there. This is glucose from ethanol and carbon dioxide. What is meant by the term respiration? So what is the definition of a respiration? Respiration means a chemical reaction which happen in a living organism. And like we use the energy or produce the energy from the food. So the process by which and it's of 3 marks. So like living organism or the organism produces or releases energy from the food, that will score the marks. Anaerobic means absence of oxygen. Name the product formed in the presence of oxygen. So if oxygen is not there, then this will, but if oxygen is there, then what will happen? It will produce carbon dioxide and water. In the presence of oxygen, it will produce, it is CO2 and H2O will be there. What are enzymes? Enzymes are the biological catalysts. State the method, measure the rate of this reaction. So we can measure the volume of the gas in a unit time. So we can measure how much gas is given off. We can find the rate or speed of this reaction. The following observations were noted. When a small amount of yeast was added, the solution went slightly cloudy. The rate of the reaction increased and the solution became cloudier and warmer. After a while, the reaction rate decreases and stop at 14% concentration. Why did the rate of a reaction increase? Because the reaction is exothermic. So what will happen? Because of increase in temperature or rise in temperature. So increase or rise in temperature increases the reaction rate. Suggest an explanation for increasing the cloudiness. So why the solution will become cloudy? Because there is more yeast is there, like yeast is multiplying or amount of a yeast is increasing. And why the fermentation stopped? 2 reasons why the fermentation stopped. Number 1, the yeast might be killed off because of the high concentration of alcohol. And another reason is that the amount of a glucose is decreased. So these are the 2 reasons that the rate of a reaction is decreased or fermentation stop. In part C, one use of ethanol is in alcoholic drinks, give 2 other uses. So it can be used as a fuel and it can be used as a solvent. Alcohol can be made from petroleum. So alkanes from petroleum give alkene and alkene turn into alcohol. Describe the manufacture of ethanol from hexane. Include in your description the equation and the type of reaction for each stage. So we want to produce ethanol from hexane. So first what we do, we'll do a cracking. Cracking of hexane is done. So if we crack hexane, like hexane is 6 carbon, 14 hydrogen. So as a result, it will produce ethanol C2H4 and it will produce C4 and H will be 10. Now, so first method is a cracking. The second one, what we do, it's a reaction with steam or hydration. Hydration of alkene is done and we use, so we have C2H4, which is alkene, reacted with steam to produce C2H5OH. And what are the conditions? We use phosphoric acid as a catalyst. And high temperature and pressure. So these are the things you have to list because if you want to produce an alcohol from alkane, so the first one what we did a cracking. So cracking will produce ethene like an alkene, and then this alkene reacted with steam, or we also call hydration of alkene, to produce an alcohol, and we need a phosphoric acid as a catalyst, and we need high temperature. Is it clear, this one?